Today's show is brought to you by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
The search for a new chief medical examiner begins. This as the Commission on Postmortem Examiners meet to discuss Dr. Jeffrey Nine serving in an acting capacity. I'm Jonagan Charfus with more from this morning's meeting.
3 days until Village of Donki's grand opening, KUAM brings you an exclusive tour inside. I'm Mitsukyo Hirayama with a story.
And a call for help using palm leaves at a remote island south of Guam getting global attention. 2 of the men on the rescue team share their experience. Half day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado. Destiny has the night off. Thank you for starting your week here with us. It was literal trash talk on the legislative session floor today. Senators debating Bill 165 this afternoon. The measure would establish the Guam Solid Waste Authority's Universal Garbage Collection Plan. The bill hopes to curb illegal dumping and maintain lower rates.
The island-wide garbage collection is an important policy for our island to ensure that waste is disposed of properly, because everyone pretty much produces waste. And it's really our responsibility to ensure that it is properly disposed in a safe way.
Among the amendments passed today is one that removes potential tax refund garnishments for customers with outstanding bills. Session continues tomorrow morning. A scam alert out of the University of Guam, the public being warned of a bogus social media ad and post impersonating UOG Facebook and Instagram accounts. The ads are being sent out from an account under the name Latest News 01. Officials say it claims to offer free courses at UOG and may be trying to defraud users or steal their personal information. The community alerted UOG to the fake ads and has since issued a cease and desist letter along with reported the fraudulent ads and account. You are asked to report any suspicious ads and posts on social media about the university by sending UOG a direct message on Facebook. CNMI Chief Parole Officer Nick Regis appeared in Superior Court on Saipan. Regis, who is facing allegations of misconduct in public office and forgery, had his day in court as his bench trial began on Saipan Monday. In a February hearing, Regis asserted his right to a speedy trial. KUAM asked Regis for comment this morning and also interviewed CNMI Governor Arnold Palacios as he entered the courtroom to testify in the case.
I guess it's a contract or some anomaly that they found, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
You're ready to testify?
Yeah.
Regis is accused of allegedly altering a supposed contract to change the term of employment from 30 days to 1 year. From the selection to a chair and vice chairman to the tedious search to find the island a new medical examiner. Jonagan Charfus has more from the Commission on Postmortem Examinations meeting.
The meeting of the examinations on the postmortem examinations started off with the selection of its chairman, Attorney General of Guam Douglas Moylan, and vice chairman, Chief of Police Stephen Ignacio, and immediately got down to important matters. As we reported, Dr. Jeffrey Nine resigned as Chief Medical Examiner. His last day is April 29th. He stated that he would be willing to stay on in an acting capacity until a new one is found.
If approved by the Commission, he would be staying on to continue to provide oversight to the Medical Examiner's Office via telework or some other type of arrangement.
I offered that I would stay at half of my salary that I've been getting, stay on at half of my salary, and I would be managing daily oversight in communication with Johanna and Nikki. A lot of the work, I would say 90% of the work that we do doesn't need me to be actually physically present with the death certificates, the cremation authorizations, the removal from state. Those are the things that before I came caused a lot of delay.
Johanna Bamba, who is the administrative assistant at the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, is not a death investigator, but has been doing the work of one. She's currently taking the necessary steps to become certified and eventually registered. Moylan then posed a question whether or not her findings would be challenged in a criminal court if it comes from a non-certified death investigator.
Death investigators are very common in the medical examiner world. Every office has them. They oftentimes go to court. Some of them are certified by the ADMDI, some of them are not. So I've not heard of anyone can be challenged by the defense in court. Obviously, I want this commission to help me, like Dr. Prince said, create some protections. So if I'm working off island, this commission kind of has to have my back. If this commission doesn't have my back, I'm not going to work off island. I agree, that's the basic. So if the commission can't come to that agreement, I'm going to be done May 17th. Because I do not want to put myself in a professional jeopardy or even legal jeopardy to do something that is not recognized by my profession.
Concluding the hour-long meeting, a motion was made and approved to enter into a new agreement with 9 to serve in an acting capacity. Also approved was motion to authorize entering into a contract with Bamba to provide death investigator services. Jonagan Charfris, KUAM News.
Donki, the wait is nearly over. There's just 3 days left until the village of Donki officially opens its doors. Today, island leaders, dignitaries, and media invited to a soft opening. That's where our Mitsuki Hirayama was with a look inside what can only be described as a treasure trove.
Welcome to Donki! Hop day!
Inside Donki, Guam. 3 floors of affordable produce, snacks, beauty products, wholesale items, and much more await. Donki spokesperson Misaki told this.
So you can look forward to all, again, like our exclusive line. We also have, fresh produce from Japan Wagyu beef. So, it's really from Japan. We have our, fatty salmon bellies. So, and also Japanese strawberries.
There's truly something for everyone at the popular Japanese discount store, and the long wait is nearly over. With just 3 days left until its grand opening, some shoppers got a chance to see what Donki has to offer during a soft opening Monday. KUAM also getting a tour to show what the community can expect. Store planner Lester Achura tells us about Matsukiyo, a health and beauty store located inside.
We're one of the leading health and beauty stores in Japan with over 4,300 stores domestically. You can get stuff like facial masks, body soap, or conditioners. But we also have a small assortment of snacks, as you saw earlier, and also some beverages over there. We also have a small assortment of OTCs and supplements.
It's just across the food hall filled with local and Japanese eateries like Hakata Ramen Sakura. Restaurant manager Yu Ono says they serve specialty ramen from Kyushu using pure tonkatsu broth with thin noodles.
The boiling time for the noodle is only for like a minute, so we think we can serve within 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, so I hope we can serve a lot of ramen within the day, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Meantime, if you head downstairs, you'll be met with a vast array of alcoholic beverages from Japan. Liquor and wholesale manager Andy Oshua.
I actually recommend a lot of people like to drink ready to drink. We have every single flavors you want to drink. So we have from apple to grapefruit, and also we also have a 0 alcohol RTDs, so they can also try that as well.
The village of Donki officially opens its doors this Thursday, April 25th. Make sure to visit KUAM.com for the parking system. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Suki also brought back some treats and some delicious food there, so be sure to check it out when they open later this week. Time for a quick break. Coming up next on your local news leader, we sit down with the men involved in a recent rescue in Yap. And we take you to the Flame Tree Festival in Saipan. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Troy Polamalu Safety, a.k.a. the Quiet Storm. Troy's seen more out of the corners of his cold steel eyes than most mortal men have seen straight on. The last thing an offense would witness, a fury of flowing mane incoming at high speed.
Hey!
Cat-like quickness and supernatural instincts like Troy's only come once in a lifetime. And oh, how grateful we are that they came in ours. No one made the beloved burg of Pittsburgh feel quite as safe as this safety. The Hyundai Tucson with advanced safety and tech, because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
Very juicy.
Hi, the food hits, right? Are you at Not Howie? Does it hit or does it not hit?
I'd say it hits.
Yeah, it does hit.
I can't lie.
Okay, but you did, maybe. The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night.
Heroes out at sea, 2 military members who were part of a recent rescue that caught global attention in our region share their story. As we reported the rescue, all thanks in part to the fishermen stranded more than a week using palm leaves to spell out the word help. It's the palm leaves call for help seen around the world. On March 31st, 3 mariners from Palawat Atoll in Chuuk went fishing toward Picolot when their boat ran into the reef. The men, stranded for the next 9 days on the uninhabited island. Culinary specialist First Class Joshua Pablo and Lieutenant Ray Serrato were on the Coast Guard cutter Oliver Henry, which responded.
Looking at the beach, they already had a nice shelter going on. So for 8 days, they were really good at maintaining their lifestyle. They weren't panicking in any way, but my main concern was if they're going to be malnutrition or dehydrated. From talking to them right after getting off the boat, they seemed all fine, they're just ready to get off the island. 2 military aircraft spotted the men's signal in the sand. Pablo was the EMT. Lieutenant Serrato is the commanding officer on the Oliver Henry. He says responders battled swells to get to shore, and one by one the men were safely taken off the island. What's going through your mind knowing that you're a part of that effort?
Really cool. You know, we're just a cog in the machine, and it feels good to be kind of at the pointed end of the spear for that part. It's a huge team effort collectively, and you know, if it wasn't for the aircraft discovering them and then the command center over at Sector Guam kind of coordinating the efforts and pointing us in the right direction, it couldn't have been possible. So it's really rewarding to pick those guys up, and just like he said, they're in a great mood, and we had them on board. Same day trip back to their home in Puluwat. And we got them showered up, got them some food, some water, and then dropped them off later that afternoon as if it was just a regular fishing trip that they were going on.
Pablo, a local boy from Guam, says he's grateful to help out.
I'm actually really honored being from Guam as well myself. So helping out neighboring islands as well, just doing their everyday life, hobbies and whatnot, fishing and going on the waters. So for me to be able to help someone in their time of need, it's kind of why I joined the Coast Guard. Nice. And it makes me feel like I did the right choice.
2 days after the rescue, the team was called on again to medevac a little boy in Sadawal. The child suffered a head injury after falling out of a tree and needed a higher level of medical care in Yap. The 43rd Flame Tree Arts Festival was celebrated over the weekend, bringing together artists from across the Marianas. Region correspondent Tomas Menglotnia reports.
Matthew Masga is a longtime carver from Tinian. He's one of many artists who displayed and sold their work over the weekend at the Flame Tree Arts Festival on Saipan.
So I've been displaying the Chamorro necklace, which are called spondylus. And ancient Chamorro have learned how to... I selected one of the best shells, you know, to make it as a jewelry. So I try to create something from ancient time to date so that we can continue expressing our culture.
That sentiment is perhaps at the heart of the festival, which the Marianas Visitors Authority says is Micronesia's longest-running arts and culture festival. Mililani Vineyard also spent the weekend sharing her craft. She sells jewelry made of shells, rocks, stones, and sea glass.
It really feels nice to be able to have the opportunity to show our art here at the Flame Tree Festival. So many different vendors come here, all different arts and stuff, and so it's just nice to have the opportunity to do that here, and to be around all the other artists and share our products, everything that we make.
Fellow artist Vicente Borja, who recently moved from Guam to Saipan, is sharing his work while building awareness about the regional movement to revive the use of sling stones.
I decided that I just want to focus on really portraying and showing our traditional culture with sling. So here I am, and I hope that, I will continue to do this, and that my goal is to reach out to other kids and really show them that this is part of our traditional culture, and that, hopefully make it into a sports and make it a competitive sports into the school system.
Tomas Manglonia, KUAM News, Saipan.
Who will be the 2025 Guam Teacher of the Year? Tonight we kick off a week-long series shining the light on the 6 incredible finalists. We introduce you to Yoo Gyung Shin, a choir teacher from the home of the Sharks.
My name is Yoo Gyung Yuki Shin, and I've been teaching for 18 years now. I teach choir. I've always loved music. I love to sing ever since I was little, and in high school especially, I joined the choir in JFK. Actually, we're in JFK right now, and it was called the Silhouettes with Mr. Michael Song, and that experience really just uplifted my soul. It was so fun to sing with other, fellow students who love to sing, and our teacher was a very passionate teacher about music. I feel like this is the job of my life. Like I cannot imagine myself as anything else. There's so many different styles of teaching, I guess, that I feel like I need to incorporate to bring the best out of them. One of the most important is patience, because many times I feel like, I've gone through the education, I've gone through the experiences where I feel like I'm here, but many of the students are not there. They don't know how to sing, or they don't have the experiences as a singer. They don't know all these, musical knowledge or educational knowledge. And sometimes I forget how many years I've been through this, and I become impatient. And I forget, I need to wait. I need to be patient for these students to get it, to understand it for themselves. The other one I think is also P, which is passion. Passion is the greatest motivator. And without the passion, I feel like my patience would run out and I would feel like quitting sometimes. So passion, not just for the subject matter itself. I love music. I'm a passionate musician. However, also passion for the students.
Now for your world at home. Here's a view captured of the beautiful sunset from Purple Heart Memorial Highway in Barrigada and MTM.
Don't need to work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life
life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Mickey D's McCrispy. Formerly known as the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, now has some respect on his name. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Real talk. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named Spicy McCrispy from Jump. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Rooted in the community since 1995, Kmart is here to serve you 24 hours a day. From essentials to fill your pantry to delightful treats, our selection of groceries have everything you need to stock your kitchen with love. Step directly into style with the latest fashion finds in shoes and clothing for the family at unbeatable prices. Turn your living space into a dream home with our unparalleled selection of home goods. Illuminate your shopping experience and brighten your budget every week with our Blue Light specials. These specials are a testament to our commitment to offering the biggest variety for the best value. Discover a world where quality and savings meets convenience. Kmart is your one-stop shop where every visit is an adventure. Shop smart and save big at Kmart, your Guam shopping destination.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. The one and only stuffed crust pizza tempts your taste buds with melted cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. And at just $18.99 with one topping, the stuffed crust pizza is truly irresistible. So grab your slice of pizza perfection with cheesy goodness baked right into the crust. The stuffed crust pizza, just $18.99 with one topping. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
There is community bonding, there is hands-on fun, and there is sisterhood, and we, the entire island community, are invited. Check out our friends at the Guam Women's Chamber of Commerce. They are having a wonderful event from 4:30 to 6 for Glow Hour. It's on the 25th, that's Thursday. Make sure to come by. Networking, fun, good food, libations. You are going to have a great time. On Saturday, we've been telling you all about this, and I cannot wait because our friends at GFD, the fire department, are having a fire engine pull for autism. We are raising awareness about autism in our community, everybody, and the real-life heroes at the fire department are letting you pull a real-life fire engine. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to be live there. I'm going to be live streaming it, so please make sure to go check it out. It's at UOG on the side with the English building. And up in the CNMI in April, if you didn't know, is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And on Saturday, starting at 11, there is going to be a fun day with kids' activities, games, and much more. That's at the Hopwood Middle School field. Monday is already off to a good start, and we are bringing you everything that's happening on the island with News Minutes.
Now to your birthday shoutouts, which you can submit to the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday today on April 22nd, and to a seasoned angler, John Hattig. Hey, let's go hit the water. May each cast be a testament to your skill and patience, and every catch a cherished memory. Cheers to another year of reeling in the joys of life. That's a very poetic and very, very beautiful shout out. Good job. All right, belated birthday wishes. Happy birthday number 8 to Riley Mangrobang. Happy birthday to you, and may you always be blessed with love and happiness. Your family is sending you all of their love. The very best to you on birthday number 8. Jesse Camacho, to my husband of 6 years and forever to go. Happy 52nd birthday, my love, Jesse. Your shout out says, you've got 3 more years to make waiting in long lines easier and faster, LOL. Either way, don't forget how much I love you through it all. To infinity and beyond, XOXO, your wife, Stasia.
And that's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado. We close out with a look at all the volunteers who participated in the Earth Day annual cleanup over the weekend. The 2024 Earth Day theme, Planet versus Plastics, aims to raise awareness of the harms of plastic pollution for human and planetary health. Stay safe and good night.
You know it's love cause you fight so hard. Then when you finally get what you want, it's love, cause you bite your
Marijuana is the dried leaves, flowers, stems, and seeds from the Cannabis sativa or Cannabis indica plant. The National Institute on Drug Abuse defining the plant contains the mind-altering chemical THC and other similar compounds. Authorities report marijuana is one of the most used drugs nationwide, and its use only growing. Statistics showing in 2021, 35.4% of young adults 18 to 25 used marijuana the year prior. That's a recorded 11.8 million people. Its use, however, is similar to that of alcohol, and in our region, you must be 21 to partake.
Hafa, I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Welcome to a new KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. The past decade, government and health officials have been cultivating the use of marijuana. September 2018, the CNMI was the first to legalize it for recreational use in our Paradise region. 7 months later, in April 2019, Guam's governor signed off on legislation allowing the same to roll out here in the territory. Marijuana is still regulated with limitations for users and growers. The endgame hopes to mirror what states do, grow their economy with this popular plant, but doing so responsibly. Tonight, we speak with some in the cannabis community about our region's journey, some would call a slow burner.
I'm pretty sure my best friend.
You were telling me earlier that not only cannabis, but plants in general need 3 important things.
Yeah, of course. You know, light food, and proper temperature and humidity, and they'll grow.
Alright. And you wanted to show us where you actually cultivate.
Yeah, I'd love to show you some of the plants that I have growing in here. Show you some of the plants over here. A lot of people use cannabis to medicate. I'm a veteran with a medically diagnosed PTSD, so I use cannabis to medicate for a lot of my symptoms, to include depression, anxiety, chronic back pain, and a few other issues that come along with PTSD. And I tried to be a little bit anonymous when I first started, kind of just, you know, not really put my face out there. But as I continue to advocate for cannabis, I realized that I need to be out there and in front of the community to help remove the stigma that comes along with cannabis. Definitely a negative stigma to cannabis use. And I think it's just from a long time of misinformation being put out there. And now a lot of us are trying to advocate by helping normalize it and showing that just because we use cannabis, we can't be productive members of society, which a lot of us are. Business owners, professionals in the community using cannabis to.
And tell me about like your process of cultivating marijuana. Like, we have like one literally right here behind us.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so I still consider myself a beginner. I have grown several runs, as we call them, of a couple plants from start to finish. My process that I use, and there are different processes, is I usually start from seed. The other process that people use is cloning. So when I say start from seed, is I take the seed and I germinate it, and then I do that in a couple different steps, and then I put it into the soil and I let it grow from there.
Your love it is enough. Your love it is enough for me. Wise up, oh. Your love it is enough. Your love it is enough.
Our little setup here is just to help us, you know, feed our plants properly. One of the things we have here in our setup that we're trying out is oxygenating our water. So, well, we're doing 2 things here. We're letting the water sit so we can get rid of the chlorine in the water. So that way it doesn't kill the microbacteria that's still needed for the plants to grow. And also by oxygenating the water, just puts more oxygen into the water, which plants love.
And why is it so important that you help out these people in the community, whether for medical or personal use, to be giving out free cannabis?
So the reason why we try to give out free cannabis is because unfortunately the illicit market is very expensive. And we also see in the States that because of taxes, because of taxes are so high, the illicit market grows because these people are going out to get cannabis and cannabis products. It's not safe when you're not getting it from a reputable source, and we see this a lot in the news stateside. So what we're trying to do is give out a product, build a brand that the community can trust, and give them a product that we know is safe and that we grew ourselves and kept clean so for them to consume.
Right, and I feel like all of this stems from us as an island not having, I mean, I know that cannabis was legalized several years ago now, but even still up to today, we don't have like lab testing and we don't have a lab. So what are your thoughts on that?
Right, so I do feel that it is good to have a lab to test these products that are going to be consumed by the public. I mean, we have labs to test, of course, all these other products that we consume, right? They get tested. However, I do believe that it is also it's a crop that, you know, there are rules to how to grow it. And I think even without a lab, we can continue to grow, to move forward, to grow the cannabis industry.
It's differentiated into different sectors: cultivating, manufacturing, testing, and retail. So one cannot do all of that in their business and have one license or buy multiple licenses in order to do that legally. Many of the people who have maintained their licenses in 2019 have suffered because of the delayment of the regulations.
So it's very hard for local cannabis consumers to get it because of where we're at. There are people that need medicine, mononco, that use it.
Medicinal versus recreational have lit up the discussion over the years. Next up, we review our journey in Guam to get this industry rolling. This is a KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
The medicinal use of cannabis has always been easier for the community to grasp, but today it's a recreational use that is tougher for some to accept. You're watching a KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. We now take a look at Guam's history, reigniting our steps to see how it all sparked.
The Guam Medical Association appreciates the intent of the bill and appreciates that it is to benefit and help patients. However, we have yet to come up with a support of the bill and would like to have a bigger conversation before the bill comes to fruition.
I've seen what this could potentially help me with. I could probably sleep better at night. I could probably get up in the morning and not be in pain. But I don't know because I haven't been given a chance yet.
And the governor understands that. He's very concerned about that part of it. He understands the pain and the suffering. He really would be in favor of this kind of thing if the regulatory issues were resolved.
The Guam Society and the AMA recommends that indeed the National Institutes of Health, the Drug Enforcement Agency, and the Food and Drug Administration conduct clinical research and change medical marijuana from a Schedule I substance to a different schedule to allow more clinical research and trials to indeed determine whether there is medical benefits, if you will, to the use of marijuana.
Marijuana essentially is a mind-altering or changes the function of the brain and potentially has some toxicity to the brain long term.
I think you're going to kill this program. The voters of Guam said yes to medical marijuana, and you regulators are going to kill it.
Guam chose the time to do this right, working with the Department of Health, the Department of Agriculture, the Department of Tax, all at the same table to say how are we going to regulate this in the safest way possible. Many states like Colorado, Oregon, Washington, they all got in too early and they didn't know how to do pesticide testing or standardization of products.
It's about time. It's something that's going to help out people that are terminally ill, and instead of going out to shelling out expenses to go off island.
But I'll tell you what, you're going to get sky high. You're going to get stoned. Yes, yes, you need education on that because you're dealing with, that's marijuana. That's dope.
Medical cannabis has been legal in Guam since the signing of the Casey Conception Compassionate Act 3 years ago. But the lack of set standards means today, patients still have no access.
Like I said, this whole bill's gone way outside the ballpark of what Department of Health was mandated. The law says 4 areas they were to come up with things for. They could have done this a long time ago.
I believe there's nothing wrong with the marijuana. It's just that people have different reaction to it.
In fact, it makes me perform better. And I shouldn't have to feel like a criminal going and buying a roll of papers or, trying to, grow a little plant. I don't bother anybody and it should be my choice.
The hard drugs are here and they're getting worse. If I had anything to do, I would pour all the money into beefing up the police department and to go after the problem because it's out of hand. We're losing our island and I'd like to see us take our island back.
And there was a testimony by one person there also intervening who said, oh, kids are already taking drugs now. They're selling it. So what's the big deal? Let's pass this law. So what, we're going to worsen the situation?
Leon Guerrero made the highly anticipated announcement.
I have decided to sign the Bill 32 into law.
Sponsor Senator Rigel offered his thanks.
I know it's a difficult decision to make, and I know there was a lot of discussion in the community about it, but ultimately I think this is the best decision for the island.
The biggest thing that swayed me is how, as a governor, leader in this community, should I decide to make sure that I am comfortable and confident that we are protecting the community and we're providing a safer environment.
I love to bake. I love to incorporate infusions like canna butter, THC, infused coconut organic oil, and it's just a bunch of stuff that I love to do for the people of Guam who need it because it's medicinal.
I train every day. I don't take any performance enhancing supplements, but some days I'm really too sore or I can't make it back to the gym. But sometimes I smoke to go to sleep, and sometimes I smoke to even go to training because my body's so sore.
So we're definitely getting closer to being able to license, give an actual or issue an actual business license for a cannabis business.
Social media pages have blazed a trail of its own to stay connected with others in the cannabis community. It's gaining traction while lacing itself within a fine line to stay legal. Up next on your KUAM special Marijuana Marianas, others in this very community speak out in hopes to change the stigma still felt by many. We'll be right back.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Last year, I learned that my baby Kaya had a serious medical condition and needed to go off island for an emergency procedure. We needed a passport to get her to Manila. That would take weeks. I was devastated. I called the congressman's office. I want to thank the office of Congressman James Moylan because they were able to get Kaya's passport in a few days. Today, my baby is healthy and will soon be celebrating another birthday.
If you or your family need assistance with passports, please contact my office at 671-922-6673.
Local law enforcement have caught on with the legalization of cannabis here, but it still doesn't mean you can light up wherever you want to. Welcome back to your KUAM News Special, Marijuana Marianas. The cannabis community chimes in, hoping officials grind out the issues that's led to constant delays.
I grew up around it, since as far as I can remember, little boy.
And when did you start recreationally using marijuana?
Yeah, let's just say that.
Can I get a one time for the one time, 2 times for the good vibes, 3 times for the sunlight coming through the window? It's about to be a good ride. Ay, 4 times for the red rice, 5 times I'm in paradise. Yeah, 6 times for the island I'm from. Shout out to the 671. I pull up, running with a team. You know how it be. Stories on my.
And what was it like when it first got when it finally got legalized in Guam?
I didn't care. It wasn't like it wasn't anything big. It was around everywhere. It was, like I said, it was the lifestyle. It's the island lifestyle.
And that's what your Songi Sessions is promoting?
Yes. Show the world like what we do here. The raw images, like what Guam really looks like. Yeah.
And do you also cultivate or grow your own marijuana?
Small kind, yeah.
How is that? Is that tough in our environment or?
No, it's perfect. Yeah. I mean, some may say like our weather is not so good, but if you give it the right conditions, then it can grow perfect. We teach people how to grow, clone, basically how to take care of the plant. It's just like planting any other vegetable or fruit. Yeah, put the seed in the dirt and just let it grow. Give it some roots here and there. Yeah.
And I also wanted to ask if you can share like the best time to grow marijuana. Is there a specific time or?
Before summer and after summer.
And why is that?
It's just you got a little bit of the drought. There's not so much rain during those times. Yeah. For me, for everybody is different, but for me it works better for me. It works best for me.
Meditation, Kali herb is the healing of the nation, healing of the nation. Kali herb, yes it calm me nerves, calm me. Kali herb is the healing of the nation, healing of the nation. It brings peace and upness. Let I release.
Cannabis is something that can thrive very much so, but with all plants, sourcing your seeds are very important, especially for the types of stocks you would like to grow.
Your heart's getting tired and you're losing your grip from sitting close to my fire, and it burns a little bit. And if you feel like you're in higher, baby, I'll be your lift. If you be what inspires.
But for the overall environment, sun and atmosphere, cannabis can thrive in farms and actually have been proven to help as a co-crop. For example, in New Zealand, they used it as a aiding crop for their grape vineyards, and there have been tests that they ran, and it showed that it gave better quality to the grapes, and it helped the plant itself grow into more abundance compared to when it wasn't to compare to when cannabis was not present within its growing area.
From the very first time I laid my eyes on you, got me like, should I spit some game? Should I make my move? This type of attraction got me feeling like dancing. So groove with me, girl. I'll groove with you. And we can dance.
There have been cannabis or hemp-derived businesses that have emerged, such as the Relief Shop and Gateway, and also some retail shops hold CBD and hemp-derived products. Yes, but no types of THC cannabis products which provide a euphoric effect.
Mr. Music sure sounds good to me. I can't refuse it, so what does it got to be?
What are your thoughts on our current status right now?
Personally, I feel that our leaders are just unsure of which direction to focus on and how we could use our funds to the most efficient advantage. So we're very unique in our position. We're an island, we're a U.S. territory. We have very small resources, and we can't just simply get imports because they're very expensive. So we need to work with what we have.
Guam was not the first in the region to make cannabis legal for recreational use. Saipan, Tinian, and Rota rolled it out months prior. More on that when your KUAM special returns. You're watching Marijuana Marianas.
Brian Dawkins, Safety, aka Weapon X. Brian laughs at audibles, laughs. For there is nothing he does not anticipate. He is never caught off guard, because his guard is always up. His skills of perception are honed like talons. Brian sees all. He knows all. Dominates all. His defensive prowess is feared the world over. The all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5 with advanced safety and tech. Because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves. Search for your Hyundai Ioniq 5 today.
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just a late-night taco. It's a seasoned and slow-roasted chicken taco that pairs nicely with the new avocado verde salsa at any time. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco, only at Taco Bell. The Cantina Chicken Burrito isn't just for late night, because it keeps it light with slow-roasted shredded chicken and finely shredded purple cabbage in a freshly grilled tortilla that's not shredded. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back. You're watching a KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. Now we turn to our neighbors up north and the state of the industry in the Northern Mariana Islands. Our regional correspondent Tomas Manconia unraveling it all.
We do everything from production to retail, and just recently we also have our processing license. So production is planting it in simple term, and retail is selling it, and then processing is taking some of the byproduct of our cannabis and making it into concentrates and next level, which is what we're striving for, is edibles and whatnot. There are some restrictions to that, but we're getting there. Yeah.
Never let it come and get me down. You'll never ever reach my spoken sounds. Yeah, you don't hear what I speak. Listen down to my feet, taking words and reciprocate. Call it off when you need. Take attempt to release.
So can you just tell us a little bit about how the community has been reacting? Have they been, coming in?
Yes, absolutely. I think that the reaction of the public has been very supportive. We found that we have a lot of Manamcos that come. They really do get a lot of help with, the chronic pains and the ailments that you have. It has its medicinal value, which is really important. And that's how my husband and I got to starting with, thinking, yes, we would like to have marijuana legalized and start the business. Was he had surgery and they had given him opioids and they're just too strong. And the irony of it was he tried to get medication of dronabinol, which is a marijuana in pill form. We thought, well, it should be recreational if we're going to open up a dispensary and take away the stigma, because a lot of people, really do look a little bit differently at you if, they're saying, oh, you use that? It's like, oh, well, there's a lot of judgmental, attitude towards it.
When I am missing you, kissing you, here with you. How I love you so. I'm in love by the
We get customers that ask, why is it that price? The price tag said this. Well, we have taxes, so, and that's an important part, because the component of trying to make it not available in the black market so that it's at an affordable price for people, then it becomes, it becomes a commodity that becomes supported by the community.
Is the black market still an issue? Do you see that, unauthorized sales or growth?
I think there is, but I also think that I know from what people tell me is that, we're giving the black market a hard time because of the prices that we have, because of the volume that we produce, makes us the ability to put our product out at a really low price, affordable price.
I feel like I don't wanna do anything, 'cause I can't rid myself of all the pressure. And every day life seems to get the best of me. I just gotta keep going.
We clone, and we try to make sure that we have about 78 clones per strain whenever we're trying to clone them, so that we have a good batch that we harvest. When harvest is really good, sometimes the weight of the weed the cannabis is much higher. Let's say, per plant, it will range from 25 to 30 grams. That allows us to gauge, putting out sales.
So every time when they buy and they walk out, I say, hey, thank you, because at the end of the day, number one, it's legal in the cinema. It's a recreational product, where in some states it's medicinal, where you're required to have a prescription. So I tell people it's like going to a regular mom and pop store and buying alcohol.
Sometimes I feel like it's just only me all by myself. Am I supposed to put all of my trust in someone else? Am I supposed to act like somebody that I'm not? Do I sit around and let somebody take my spot? Do I keep waiting for some kind of miracle? I've been patient, but friends seem to come.
How do you feel the current cannabis economy or industry is doing on Guam?
I strongly feel that it's very behind the curve. Saipan, our younger brothers and sisters to the north, have jumped into the industry.
What do you think the future of the cannabis industry is for Guam, and what do you hope for our industry?
Our organization hopes for a more green economy. Not only do we want the cannabis industry to thrive in many aspects, but we also want the industry to promote a sustainable, friendly opportunity for Guam.
Clearly, Guam and the CNMI still have more steps to take to finally have a fully flourishing regulated cannabis industry. A reminder, it's legal to recreationally use marijuana only for adults 21 and older. It allows for limited homegrown cultivation for personal use. Thank you for watching this KUAM special, Marijuana Marianas. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Stay safe, and as always, one love.